Hey y'all. So I just watched Tron Ares, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not as good as Tron Legacy. Tron Legacy is one of my top five, maybe top three favorite movies of all time. But it's actually a really good entry into the Tron franchise, and we're gonna discuss why. I will be getting into heavy spoilers for the entire Tron movie franchise, so if you don't want to know anything, go see the movies first, then come back. But first, please leave a like to help my tiny channel out. You can always change it to a dislike later if you feel like I've wasted your time. Alright, so that said, so when this movie picks up, there are two companies warring for something called the quote permanence code. So that digital objects brought into our world via a particle beam, aka 3D printing, don't derez after 29 minutes. No reasoning or explanation is given for why digital objects fall apart without the code. You kind of just have to roll with it. The two companies involved are Encom from the first two movies, being run by a new character to the franchise called Eve Kim, and Dillinger Systems is the other company, which is being run by Julian Dillinger, grandson to the original Ed Dillinger from the first movie. Because Encom's Eve Kim is believed to be on the verge of acquiring the permanence code, Julian uses a combat program named ARES, played by Jared Leto, of course, to hunt her down, take the code from her, and eliminate her. ARES has also been bestowed the title of MCP, or Master Control Program, which in this film is treated like rank and gives him some control over other programs. In his real world pursuit of Eve, Ares starts to essentially develop more complex feelings, including compassion and a desire to live beyond his 29-minute lifetime. That made me think of Blade Runner. Remember the replicants? Ares rebels against his creator, Julian Dillinger, and in response, Dillinger dispatches another program named Athena to hunt Ares and Eve both. About half of the movie is the hunt for Ares and Eve through the grid and our world. During these sequences, we're treated to some amazing visuals and, of course, an epic Nine Inch Nails soundtrack. Critics of the film complain that Tron Ares is shallow and has nothing important to say, but I would respectfully disagree. Ares is a very sympathetic character who simply wants to exist. And if he must fight, he just wants to know what he's fighting for. He's a soldier with a conscience, if you will. He immediately recognizes that eliminating Eve is permanent and takes issue with it. And when he questions his creator why this must be, he's told to basically shut up and obey. And I think we can all empathize with that situation. Look, I'm not claiming this movie is deep or profound, and perhaps the emotional moments are completely accidental. But my daughter and I were both moved by the innocence Ares sees our world with. He's like a child who simply wants to explore and understand everything around him. And no, it doesn't hurt at all that he loves Depeche Mode, because who doesn't love Depeche Mode, right? So the movie wraps up predictably enough. Ares gets his permanence code and is able to exist in our world. But before we get that, we get an Easter egg of Ares holding a picture of Sam and Quorra. And before that, we do get that glorified cameo of Jeff Bridges, who is apparently playing an imprint of Flynn, not the actual Flynn. What people are saying is that, what people aren't saying actually is what I can't speak English today. What people aren't saying is that we get treated to about 10 minutes of the old Tron grid from the first movie, faithfully recreated to the point that I nearly cried. It was so beautiful. Um, Huge member berries, huge nostalgia bait right there. Because I was a small kid when I first saw the original Tron. So a lot of this hate for this film, I feel, stems from some of the online rumors, such as Sam's character being disrespected, but that just doesn't happen. They literally only say he stepped away from Encom for personal reasons. And personally, I suspect that he and Quorra have started a family. That would be a great personal reason to step away from a business. The other big sticking point for a lot of fans is that Bruce Boxleitner, the original Tron, isn't in this film at all, to which I say, so what? Now, before you reach for your pitchforks, I love Bruce, and I love that the man encouraged people to see Tron Ares, even though he isn't in it, so that there will be more Tron films. But let's be honest, he's not a spring chicken anymore. And as I said, I do love Tron Legacy very, very much, but even in that film, you could tell that Tron Rensler had old man voice. And that was 16 years ago. Folks, Tron wasn't even the star of the first film, Flynn was. In summary, if you want to see more of the Tron universe with a solid entry, then this film is for you. Or you can listen to all the negative reviews from people who YouTube rewards for being negative. The choice is yours, and thank you for watching.